There's probably no other car company in the world that generates as much hype as Tesla does. Their shares are up more than 50% year to date, and there's almost a cult-like status around their founder, Elon Musk. The challenge for them, though, is meeting very ambitious growth targets. They want to sell 500,000 Teslas globally by the end of the decade. That's up from 35,000 currently. I spoke to Martin Paquet, regional manager of Tesla, about how they plan to meet those targets in Canada.
Tesla, what's interesting is we're the only player right now in the all-electric and premium segment. So there are other electric vehicles on the market, there are other premium vehicles on the market, but really at this point we are the only fully electric premium sedan. So in that sense there are no competitors, and which is why, as a matter of fact, over the last year we've been outselling many of the other premium sedans and electric vehicles on the market, because this bridges a segment that isn't very developed yet. So the superchargers are really our way to address the concern on long distance driving. So one of the main objections with electric vehicles is often, well, what if I want to drive to Montreal or to Chicago or New York? What if I want to go on a long distance trip across the country? It would take a significant amount of time, or much more time, to charge with a traditional electric vehicle charging station, which is why we developed the superchargers. Rather than waiting several hours to charge a battery, it only takes about 20 minutes for a half charge. And we're putting that network all across the world, in fact, across North America, in Europe and Asia Pacific as well. So we have the one right now in Squamish, BC, which was the first Canadian supercharger, allowing our customers to drive from the States all the way up to Whistler. Now we're going to be completing the West Coast with having a connection to Calgary and Edmonton. And for the East Coast, what we're doing is basically covering the 401 from Windsor to Quebec City. We're also going to have a supercharger in Barrie for those that will be traveling up north for leisure.
The challenge for Tesla is making that transition from niche to mainstream, having enough infrastructure in place to make people feel comfortable taking long trips in their cars, and selling them at lower price points, like the $35,000 model that's going to be coming out in a few years. For the Financial Post, I'm Kristine Owram.